Yeah, at this point, we could probably just like kill these dudes with normal attacks. That's not where we go. We have to climb this thing. Eh. Quite the journey we've been on. A lot of it has been nonsensical, and they don't really tell us what the hell's going on. But
that was almost too easy. No enemy can stand against us.
Journey nonetheless. Wow, level 5 stuff. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet indeed. Oh.
Let's dispose of the trash.
I don't know. I know that my personality is like, you know, not everybody's gonna be entertained by it because I'm very dry.
My fists are crushing it out there.
And I have, you know, quirks just like everybody else has quirks.
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Oh yeah, these low-level dudes do not give you gauge at all. So it's really kind of not worth fighting them.
Never a dull moment on this journey.
What a bother to have to swim 2 feet.
I sure wish we could go on vacation.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt for us to unwind a
We
little
were on
for
vacation
once.
for a
Not
month.
like we've got the gall to spare for it, though.
Allegedly, because they didn't show us anything that happened during that time. When is Lennigus gonna attack?
Okay, off we go.
Ask and you shall receive, huh? But it's like at this point, there's not much I can say about the game that I haven't said before. But if I try to treat this as somebody's first episode, I'm still not impressed, like super impressed with the story. Could be worse, but just because something could be worse doesn't mean it couldn't be better. Like, that's the whole point.
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
It's like, I've had better stories, and so I kind of expect it to, like, maybe not be as good, but, well, no, yeah, to be as good. Like, fucking, doesn't have to be the same story, but at least the same quality of story. And, like, ever since Graces, when they went, like, super sci-fi and made it, like, super about technology, where, like, that one, technology was the main focus. Like, loneliness and friendship was kind of the underlying thing for that one. But really, it's like the main villain was a parasite made in a lab. Which is weird. And then the true final villain was, I don't know if she was a goddess or what her deal was, but... What's going on in the sky? You turn the laws of nature. Look creepy. I can't believe the Reds made something like that. Oh, okay. We'll believe it. They're technologically advanced people. And we're just their batteries. Just like in the Matrix.
You know, Law, watching you really makes me realize.
Makes you realize what?
Maybe thinking too much gets in the way sometimes.
Together, that wasn't even a problem.
What does that mean? SP accumulated, huh? What next? I guess, ooh, that one's pretty good. But yeah, Graces was, it was all about, you know, loneliness, and Lambda's so lonely, and he just wants friends, and he was...
You fight better at a distance. The further away, the better.
I forget if he was
This could
like...
be useful.
He was a parasite, but like, he was given agency by that professor, right? And then like they murder the professor, and Lambda loses faith in all humanity.
No scratches on my shield or my armor.
And then he goes down from the moon to Asbel's planet and takes over Richard. Because Richard was also really lonely, even though he had friends. At least in that game, you actually cared about the characters because you were there with them the whole fucking time.
If only every battle went so well.
You know, when Hubert came into town and like emasculates Asbel, it's like, you know, whoa, like, you know, that's hardcore. He didn't realize that he had such resentment. He's like, you guys gave me away.
This place is rather
even to his
gloomy.
own
Why
mother.
don't you lighten the mood for us while we're here then?
You abandoned
I'll see
me and
what I
gave
can
me
do.
away. No, he wanted you to have a better life. Don't you have a better life, Hubert? All I know is that I have a lot of money and I hate my parents. It's that fucking Oedipus kind of deal.
Wow.
Like, not the
Look what
mother
I just
thing,
found.
because that's usually whenever you say an Oedipus complex, that's what it means, is they have a weird attachment to the mother. But more so, that story was about the fact that you can't run from fate. Like, you know, Hubert was fated to be a problem child regardless of where you sent him. Or, like, you know, you make your own misery by sending what you thought would be a good thing.
Retreat if you know
That's really what I'm trying to say. So. The dad thought, oh, well, if I give Hubert to this military family that's super rich,
Well,
he'll have a better
I
life.
should probably
You
think
know,
about
fuck Asbel. I'm not gonna send him.
Out of our way!
He'll still go to our military academy and become a cadet or whatever the fuck he was. Hubert graduated. Like, that was
Let's
his
keep
whole
our
thing
eyes
at
on
the
the prize.
beginning. His mentor was the guy with the weird boomerang knife who was a caster, who was voiced by Duke. I forget a lot of their names. But, you know, I always remember who Asbel and Hubert are because, like, there was a lot of drama between them. I also remember who Pascal is because I thought she was hot.
We want
But
that
that's
by
pretty
a
much it.
mile.
Don't remember the name of, the love interest. I don't remember the name of the mentor guy.
Save your compliments. We have to move.
I should probably look for a cheap
My
PS3
fists are
Slim and
crushing
just
it
buy
out
one so I
there.
can play through those games again. Because the PS3 that I bought years ago is like kind of... I played Skyrim on it like when it first came out 10 years ago. And it completely like trashed that game's
That was
like
almost too easy. No enemy can stand against
fan, and
If only every battle went so well.
because it was like causing the system to overheat because it was like poorly optimized for it. And so ever since that day, my PS3 has always made like a really high like kind of noise because like the fan is just like struggling to stay alive.
us. Away with your lightning!
PS3 Slims should
We're
be
in
cheap,
good form.
right? I hope they are. It's just, I don't know, I would look up a PS3 emulator because I technically own the games. It's just that you need a Blu-ray drive in order to play the games, right? I'm sure.
Easy. And together they are but a breezy ease.
Wait, that doesn't sound right.
Whatever, just fucking go. No one ever said I was a poet all the time.
finally, some open space again.
Back in Colaglia with all of its fucking arid wastelands. It's rocky and stony. Which is the same thing, sorry. Sandy and stony.
The heavens must be smiling.
So like the gameplay in that game was interesting. I liked it. The story was I don't know. The minute like it got into space parasites and shit like that, I'm like,
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
I'm used to it being a certain way. I don't like change.
I'm surrounded. Begin.
Like usually when shit would happen is because the spirits were out of whack and mana was disappearing from the world. Not some lonely space parasite came over and possessed the body of the king and the king's going crazy. What really sucks is like Richard has a really cool fighting style, but you don't have him for so much of the game because he's kind of like the main like antagonist until he joins you again for a very tiny amount of time, short amount of time. And if I'm remembering correctly, that game allowed you to like mimic a character's moveset, and you could just be Richard but as another character. I remember when you asked me what to do in TES. The Elder Scrolls?
I won't forgive you. Still got that Lord?
Former Lord Rasputin.
And then like after Graces it was
Easy
Exilia.
peasy. Ha, Hoodle.
And Exilia's plot was kind of interesting. It was about dictatorship and
Begin. You're mine.
technology is bad again.
Looks like it could be worth
That was a
something.
long time ago. 15 years to be exact. Yeah, AJ was actually the one who introduced me to the Elder Scrolls games, and I had never had like encountered the concept of like a complete open world, you're free to do what you want kind of experience. Up to that time, I had very cut and dry like RPG, like you go here, you go here, you go here, like a pre-planned destiny, if you will. And I love the Elder Scrolls now, so it was a really cool thing to have friends and have them introduce you to new things. And the reason why like I can analyze stories and stuff like that is because I got really into Red Letter Media. And like those dudes kind of, you know, they didn't really teach me, but like by watching their stuff you kind of learn about story structure. And like why for me so much of this game's story is bleh is because it doesn't have good pacing. Like now, like the plot's kind of revealed itself to us, but like all the shit along the way was like practically meaningless.
I have plenty of tricks up my sleeve, young lady.
Like it didn't matter who Deadime was, it didn't matter who Zephyr was, it really didn't matter who Miguel was. Like all these different resistances in different areas of the map. Like, yeah, we tracked down and beat Almedra, and it was super easy. We blew up all our own people. I'm hardcore because I hate Renans. Well, I'm just dead. Everybody's dead. Of course, and it doesn't really matter. It was just one plot point to show that Almedra's evil, which we already knew. Let me see, with Exilia, the big twist, you know, this is kind of a spoiler, but the big twist in that one is like, oh, she's not Maxwell at all. Maxwell is Maxwell.
And
And he created a perfect
Everyone
version of
around
the
here
planet
looks so
because
much
he was
happier than they
disappointed
used
with
to.
humanity creating technology and destroying themselves.
Feels like an entirely different place. I suppose it's had time to adjust to its newfound freedom.
And then the people from that
Zephyr would
planet
have
managed to
been
get
so
into
happy to
Maxwell's
see this.
planet, and they come with guns,
Yeah,
and it's like,
they
whoa,
really would've.
there's guns and
Especially if the new
technology.
law was-
It's not just magic.
Law?
Oh, sorry, I guess
Something
it's been a
bothering
while
you,
since
Law?
you've been here.
Nah, I'll be fine. It's just, you know.
Right, yeah,
It
you're
still
dead.
weighs on you, doesn't it? Running
Even though
away
it's
back
been a
then.
month.
I abandoned my home. Then when I finally come back, it's been liberated. What's important is that it's free. I get that, I do. I just... I should have been here.
Maybe you would have died if you were here, so maybe it's a good thing you're not. Can never know what the future holds, kid.
just one thing after another, and it all falls on my head to...
Hey, how can we help you,
Hey,
dude?
Nath.
What? Can't you see I'm...
Hey,
Alfred?
Blue Sword, or whatever your name is, Blazing Sword.
Looks like you have your hands full.
as much as ever? As if I
Even though we
wasn't
were just
busy
here to
enough
check on
putting
that
down
guy's
the last
clothing
remnants of
situation.
Lenin rule, I'm up to my ears in Danon disputes. And then, to top it all off, that thing had to come crashing down from out of the sky.
Pretty sure we've heard this somewhere before.
But enough about my problems.
Hey, is
What
that
can I help you
Zephyr's kid? Haven't seen him in a long time. Like,
Yeah,
you don't mention that
We're looking
pact.
for an old Renan starship. You wouldn't happen to
Didn't know
any
Zephyr
around
had a
these parts,
kid,
would
you know, because nobody knew who Zephyr
A
was.
starship? What do you need one of those for?
To get to Lenegus.
To get to Lenegus.
Lenegus? Are you out of your damn mind?
Maybe.
Believe it or not, it wouldn't be the craziest thing we've done recently.
Well, I believe it.
You know, liberating
Well,
the whole world.
Either way, I'm afraid I haven't heard anything about a starship.
Then do you have any historical records by chance?
Sure, we've got stacks of old records.
Mind if we take a look at them?
Yeah.
Only
Okay.
if you do something for me.
Thanks, Nath.
I read through all of the records, but I only found a single line that might point to what we're looking for. It mentions a rock that shot across the sky and landed past the mountains. The event was recorded just before the first Renan invasion.
And you think that might be the starship?
I don't know. There was nothing else in the records that came even close. It looked like it was someplace called Berg, but maybe I'm reading it wrong.
Berg.
That ring any bells for you?
That Jerkwater
Yeah,
town?
that's one of the biggest volcanoes in Calaglia.
Oh.
I was just there recently, investigating a report of
Did
a
you know
meteor
in some
someone
weird
saw.
language that literally means mountain?
Another meteor in the same area? Really?
I wonder if it could have been one of those lights that shot out of the wedge.
All the more reason
The
to
what
check
now?
it out. Can you tell us how to get there?
The
You
old
guys,
Zion mine is up that way. One of the veins we abandoned connects to the volcano. Go ahead and use that.
Oh, okay.
But you should be careful.
Huh?
I don't know if it has anything to do with the meteor. There's a giant Zoogle running riot in there. Never seen anything like it.
You played so long yesterday I got to the
A
final area.
Zoogle, huh?
Nice.
Well, that turned
No
back as soon as I caught
spoilerinos,
sight of the
amigo.
thing, so I can't tell you much more. Just be real careful if you head out that way.
Dude, I love soda. But you gotta give that shit up. Because it just puts you in a certain frame of mind. Oh, and I see, you're Law, aren't you? Zephyr's kid. Damn, when did you get so tall? Can't believe little pipsqueak like you is running around with the blazing sword himself. I'm sure your old man would be proud.
Alright.
You got it, boss. See you around, Law. Don't work too hard now. Do you know that?
Guess.
Can't say I do, even if I've met this guy before. Last time I would have seen him would have been when I was real little. Could have said, he could have at least said hello back to him. I'm the reason my dad's gone, remember? You know how much they looked up to him here. Well, they don't know that you did that. Just don't tell them. Sing the Dr. Pepper's. I don't even know how it goes. I only watched the video once. Zephyr's death is still weighing on him. Can't say I blame him, even if it's not his fault. That's a big thing to...
Right.
Oh, yeah, right. Not his fault. He's gonna need your support. He's still just a kid, and Zephyr's only one at that. Oh, and Zephyr's only one at that.
I didn't like the sound of that monster Nath was talking.
Excuse me, sorry.
Everything okay with Hootle, Rinwell? He seems kind of out of spirits.
So is he the kid of the
Must be the
queen
heat getting to
and
him.
King Owl? What's his
We don't
deal?
get these kind of
He's
temperatures back
white
in
just like they are.
Thessalonia.
Galaglians born and raised here struggle with it too, so it's no surprise.
Aha! So that's why his plumage is so white. He was born in a winter wonderland.
Actually, Dan and owls absorb the astral energy of whatever land they're raised in. Where they're born doesn't affect their appearance at all.
Oh,
But that's not why he's white. The real reason is that he's still just a baby.
You mean
baby.
their plumage changes color depending on where they grow up? Weird.
And with all this traveling we've been doing, it wouldn't surprise me if his wings ended up looking like a colorful painting.
I think he suits his snowy complexion. It'll feel strange to see him change.
How awesome!
How
would
are
it
you
be if his
attaching
head
that
and
little
wings were
ribbon to
different
him?
colors, and
Oh, I
his
pinned it
stomach
directly to
inside,
his skin.
like a map of our travels. will ya? So much for the heat making him docile.
You've only yourself to blame for that one. Hoodle takes pride in his appearance, you know.
So
Fascinating.
do I.
An appreciation of aesthetic beauty in an owlet so young.
Dohalim, I think you've drawn his attention.
What does that mean? Berg Volcano. You have livestock that has reached maturity. Well, where did they say it was like out the not that way. So it's out this way. I think what I liked so much about Exelia was that whatever her name, her voice actress had a lisp, so it made her like hot to me. That much more attractive, I guess.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Yeah, I've lost the power of the four. Yeah, I bet you
Nice.
have.
No scratches on my shield or my armor.
What did he say? The Xeon Tunnel or some shit? Head to Berg Volcano. Oops. Past the hovels. I still haven't found those other 3 wonder. Did you ever find those wonder weapon clues from that wonder bard? I only found one of them. Did you find the other 2? And if so, where'd you find them?
What
Because
do you say
those
we
are
check
still
back in on the
eluding
ranch?
me. Granite fragment and flamestone. Granite fragment, chameleon hide, cursed claw, flamestone.